Alright, so it seems we have gotten to the point where the Sonic Rangers leakers, aka the clout chasing teenagers online, have realized that it's no longer enough for them to just take a bit of information from the one credible Rangers leak that we got from January 2021 before we do the title, then add their own random wet dream to it and call it a leak. They now have to give people a little bit more for them to even get some form of attention on their leak. So now we are getting leaked screenshots in their Rangers leaks. If it's not clear already, the only Rangers leak that I think is credible is the one that we got on 4chan in general. Actually, it wasn't 4chan, it was like b4k.co. It looks the same as 4chan, but like dark mode. But yeah, that first one that we got, I think the first two that we saw was that one from January, and then the guy who made a Rangers leak the same day as Sonic Central, which probably could have just piggybacked off the original. You probably saw the original one and tried to do that to be the first one out. Those are the first two that everyone was covering. I covered those first two in a video, and that second one, the one that came out on the Sonic Central day, that link doesn't even work anymore. So again, I point back to the one from January before Sonic Central when we were still in drought mode as the only credible Rangers leak right now. Just want to put that out there before we start talking about this leak. So there's a bunch of information or leaked text that they've put there, but we're going to look at the image first because that's the thing that separates this fake leak from the other fake leaks. And we can see here he's got a little image, obviously claiming he focused to the game. He's taken this picture, and you can see here it says, "Guess I better kick it up a notch," you know, Roger's voice, whatever, if the voice has even been added yet. I don't know when Roger finally came back after they made amends, but you know, that's what he'll be saying. And you can see him in a forest area because obviously Rangers, right? And you can see Sonic's model there. And the moment I saw this, I was like, oh, okay, you got an image, that's kind of cool, but I wasn't really convinced that this was real, right? Like graphically, I don't think this looks like a next gen game. Like I know it's gonna be running on Switch as well, but like my god, like it just doesn't feel like an official, like proper, like oh, this is gonna be on my PS5 running at 4K. I don't know, the model just looks a bit off. I tried to do some digging because my gut was telling me that this is taken from some random fan game or some shit like that, and we just don't know about it yet. But obviously no one has actually pointed it out yet because not everyone knows about this leak yet. So I'm sure eventually once it goes up, people are gonna be like, that's taken from there and that's taken from there. I was able to find one tweet that said the model is the 2020 Olympics model with a comparison of the model. So it's clearly possible that they were able to just take the model, import it into some kind of Sonic engine or whatever, Sonic fan game engine, add a forest, and then that's their leak screenshot. Obviously take a picture of their phone to make it feel like a leak, right? So at this point, I'm like 99% sure that this is not some kind of legitimate leak, unless they're really using the Olympics 2020 model in Rangers or it's a placeholder. But I just want to put that out there that I don't think that this image is official. But you know what, on the 0.1 or whatever % chance that it is real, let's look at the information that this guy has to say and see what he thinks Rangers is gonna be like. He says, I playtested Sonic Rangers in February. There was some bugs here and there. There was a really weird rock that would break the camera if you walked into it, but apart from this and that, it felt like a pretty solid game. I didn't get to play the entire game, but I got to see a fair few things. The game is mostly open world. The open world area reminds me of the world in Bowser's Fury, where islands unlock as you go, but the islands are way bigger here. Interesting, they didn't go the Breath of the Wild route like all the other Fate League. You went Bowser's Fury. But I liked Bowser's Fury, so I mean, I would have been fine with that. It's like more focused open world. It's not completely like Breath of the Wild-esque. I think the Bowser's Fury formula, like I'm not saying this is real, but personally, I think ripping off the Bowser's Fury formula and doing that with Sonic could work way better than doing the Breath of the Wild kind of open world, but that's just me. There are 7 islands, and you unlock each island when you get a Chaos Emerald. The emeralds actually do something in this game, I guess referencing the fact that a lot of these Sonic games haven't been having Super Sonic for how many years, so you know. They give Sonic power-ups a la gems in Sonic 06, but less power, of course, less broken, yeah, got to specify that. Cool, whatever. I got 3 emeralds before I had to stop, green, red, and purple. The green emerald gave Sonic a temporary shield. The red emerald made Sonic temporarily invulnerable to fire. I didn't get to see what the purple emerald did because the demo ended when I collected it. The emeralds have a cooldown system. Wait, so if they're, hold on, if they're using emeralds again, like as gems, like the 06 style, that would have to mean that there's no whisk in this game, right? I mean, unless it's just like Yakko for the boosting or whatever in the boost levels, but like you can't have 06 style gems and have whisk because that's like an ability clash. Whisk is supposed to be like abilities given to Sonic that aren't other characters, and that's essentially kind of what gems did as well, where you could do so many abilities with Sonic because he had these additional gems attached to his shoes. wisps. So maybe that means we'll have to see Laser and Drill and all these other wisps, you know, and the fucking announcer shouting out whatever wisps are using. But, you know, obviously it's a fake leak. So there are also boost stages. To access these, Sonic must run at an incredible speed and leap into a portal. The image provided is from the little cutscene that plays every time Sonic encounters a portal. So him running through a forest saying, guess I better kick it up a notch. It's something we have to see every time we do a level. Okay. There are 3 stages per island, and each stage are 4 to 5 minutes long. Oh, that sounds actually pretty decent. Just how I know it's not real. And they're actually pretty fun to play compared to the travesty that was Forces. Okay. Story-wise, not much was revealed in fear of leaks, but from what I saw, no Eggman, Tails was kidnapped. Apart from Sonic mentioning Shadow once, there are no mentions of any other characters. Man, imagine an open world Sonic game, you still can't get no characters. Like, they're nowhere to be seen. Randomly in the open world area, Infinite's battle theme would start playing, but he wasn't there and the music would fade after 30-ish seconds. So the Infinite thing was mentioned in previous leaks, so just pulling off of past leaks. Sonic's comedy is incredibly unfunny. I mean, that's kind of believable. I mean, meta era is never ending. You could change Sonic's appearance. He could wear his soap shoes, Ryder's setup, Chip's bracelet, and some recolored default gloves shoes. Probably pulling off that whole colors ultimate thing of the customization. Like, oh, you can change the color of the gloves. Let's take that up a notch. Oh, you can wear soap shoes and Ryder's setup. Like, it's a nice thing to add to your leak to make it seem decent. You know, at the end of the day, I think it's a good thing. Like, I think Sonic should have those kind of customizations. Like, if I want to use soap shoes in a Sonic game that's not SA2, like, why can't I have that as a skin or something, you know? They've kind of dabbled with things like that before, like in Rivals, like skins and like things you can customize, but I feel like they should do a bit more of that. Like, I wouldn't mind being able to use like 06 Sonic's model in the game that isn't 06. I know people don't like that model, but to have it there as an option, like a store where you can buy those kind of skins, I think would be cool, especially in an era where they're eliminating lives and getting 100 rings basically means fucking nothing nowadays in the games, because yeah, it helps towards your ranking, but the rankings are usually piss easy nowadays, and they usually rely more on time and enemies and things like that. So having a store where you could purchase older Sonic models from previous games, or even other characters as skins. Maybe you could buy Knuckles as a skin and he'll play just like Sonic, so it's not like so much extra coding or any shit like that, but just the fact that you could buy a Knuckles skin for your character with rings and then just, I'm playing as Knuckles now, like, you know, kind of thing. It would just be like for the levels, not for the cutscenes or anything. Like, they could do shit like this. Like, it was nice in Odyssey to just be able to like use 64's model or things like that, you know? Like, it's something that I'd like to see Sonic explore more, like to show more of their history. Like, imagine that. And then he finishes it off by saying, Rangers definitely has the potential to be the best Sonic game in years, which, I mean, that's not really fake because it's going to be 5 years since Forces. So if Rangers is simply better than Forces, then it would be the best Sonic game in years. At least if we're talking 3D Sonics, like main series, because I mean, obviously Mania was 2017. Even still, Mania came out 2017. So you could say, even if it wasn't better than Mania, you could be like, it's the best Sonic game since Mania. And that would mean fuck all. Like, that's years, that's 5 years. It still doesn't mean shit. But, you know, he could be saying a decade years, or I don't know. Either way, this leaker seems very positive about the game, which I'm not saying the leak is fake because he seems positive. It's just more so the screenshot is not selling me on this being official. That's all I'm saying. Like, I get that some people are going to get gassed by the screenshot, and it was a good attempt. This leak was a good attempt. Like, he didn't go too overboard in like wet dream wish lists of random shit and mentioning all sorts of details that didn't need to be there. He kept it very simple, and that's how you know when a leak is decently made, like when they don't overdo it on certain details. Like, maybe a little bit was overdone, but like, he kept the leak short and sweet. He put a screenshot. Like, I give this leak like a B+, a B+. I probably would have given an A- if the screenshot looked a little bit more realistic, you know, like if the model looked a bit nicer. Maybe if you'd used a brand new model, like design his own Sonic model, so it looked like some fresh shit, like, ooh, that looks next gen. Like, I've seen some like work on DeviantArt, like Sonic renders, where they make their shit look so clean. I'm like, if this was the model for the new game, I would be so like gassed. But this model here makes it look like a Forces budget-esque phone game kind of thing, and that was kind of my dead giveaway, to be honest. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about this. Do you believe this leak? Do you think it's a decent leak regardless of whether you do or do not believe it? Would you have preferred a more Bowser's Fury style inspiration for Rangers instead of the Breath of the Wild style that the original January 2021 leak mentioned? But yeah, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell. Make sure to check out the non-Sonic channel. The link will be in the description. But that's all I have to say right now. So, Premy out.